Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today I'm doing kind of a little extra video because we have a pretty important situation that's unfolding, something pretty newsworthy that I wanted to talk about. I've made videos updating you guys consistently throughout the conflict in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, and unfortunately, a pretty major situation just unfolded between Poland and Russia. According to a top US official, it appears that Russia has either accidentally, or whatever it may be, fired missiles into Poland. A village about 7 kilometers or so from the border of Ukraine was struck and 2 people were killed, which means that Russia has now officially fired upon NATO territory, and it's scaring a lot of people. It's creating a lot of worry. It's a massive unfolding story right now, and there's not too much information, so I'm not going to make this a really long video. I'm just going to give you guys the rundown of what we know so far. If you want more updates beyond this, go to www.optimistoday.com. That is my news blog that I run with my team. We will be updating you guys there as this continues to happen, but what we know right now is the following. 2 people are killed. There is no more word right now on any more injuries or casualties in this situation. This was at a grain facility where grain was drying out, apparently, around 7 kilometers or so from the Ukrainian border. All day for the last, few hours or whatnot, Russia has been launching and cascading a series of dozens of missiles across Ukraine. They were targeting, it seems like, primarily electricity infrastructure across the country. It's led to a lot of blackouts and everything, but it appears that at least one of those missiles may have went awry, and there's also reports saying that it could be the remnants of a missile that was shot down by Poland. We don't really know for sure, but a top US official is confirming this information. Pretty scary situation unfolding, I can't lie. And there's a lot of talks about the potential for Poland now to invoke Article 5. According to a senior US intelligence official, Russian missiles have crossed into NATO member Poland and killed 2 people. Top Polish leaders met for an emergency meeting due to what was called a crisis situation, widely believed to be in response to the missile strikes in Przewodów, I believe is how you'd pronounce that, a Polish village very close to Ukrainian territory. Around 710 residents live in the quiet village just 7 kilometers from Ukraine. The Pentagon has said that they are unable to confirm whether or not the missiles crossed into Poland, but yet there are other US top officials that are saying that they know of the situation. Apparently the Defense Department is investigating this story, so we'll hear more. We'll get more news on this, I guess, as this happens, to get investigated by some officials and everything, man. So it's a really uncertain situation right now. I don't want to freak you guys out, and I don't want to talk about things that aren't really confirmed. That's what's coming out in the mainstream press now, and that's what's coming out from the information sources. There's a lot of worry that this might be the point where Poland invokes Article 5 of NATO, which basically says that an attack on one is an attack on all, which would probably immediately start World War III. The United States and all of its allies in NATO would basically be initially kind of forced to join into the conflict at that point. And I think everyone kind of knows how that could go, man. That could be very terrible, not only for the countries involved, but for the whole planet. It's a really scary situation, and I think at this point it's best if people try to stay calm. We don't even know what the response is going to be yet. We don't know exactly what's going on with the Polish, what they plan to do. As of right now, some Polish leaders have been meeting at an emergency meeting for what's been called a crisis situation. It is possible that it's in relation to this. It's also possible that it's not. If I had to assume, it's probably in response to this. I mean, let's just not sugarcoat it. Obviously, when a missile flies into your country and kills a couple people, that's going to be something that you need to probably have a meeting about. So we're really going to have to wait and see what Poland's response to this is going to be. If they do decide to invoke Article 5, obviously that would be catastrophic. We would see this war escalate to a point that we've all been hoping we wouldn't reach, but honestly, man, it wouldn't totally surprise me if Article 5 was invoked. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm not here to confirm or any of that, but I mean, if we saw a report tomorrow saying that Poland decided to invoke Article 5, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I don't know what the optimal response to this is. I don't know what necessarily is going to be done about this. There's really just a couple of things on the table here. I mean, either NATO can back down and not escalate this and not invoke Article 5. I think the problem with that, though, is then it just appears that NATO this entire time has just been posturing. Like, we've heard NATO say that they're not going to give up an inch of NATO soil, they're not going to stand for any Russian aggression against the military pact and everything. And then, of course, if Russia launches missiles into your country that's in NATO and they hit something and kill people, and you do nothing about that, obviously you can see how it would look like that's just bluffing slash gesturing by NATO, which at this current point in time, I don't think is what they want. I don't think that's necessarily ideal. So it's definitely, I don't know what to do. Obviously, I'm not a world leader or anything, so it's not really my call to make. We just got to hope and trust that all of the global leaders who are involved in the decision making in this process come together and make the right decision for everyone, because this is something that could very quickly escalate. I don't think anyone here is denying that or doesn't believe that, right? This is a very dangerous situation. I mean, one wrong move and this literally could escalate into World War III. So it's just scary to think about, man. It really is. As just a civilian who just makes YouTube videos in his bedroom, like, the idea of the world basically being at war like this is terrifying. I mean, it's something that we've never wanted to see during our lifetimes. And I understand that sometimes, especially in situations like this, things happen. It doesn't really matter what you want. It's just what happens. But at the end of the day, this is just, I think this is the one story that everyone didn't want to happen, right? Out of everything that's happened in this conflict, out of everything that's kind of gone on surrounding this war, I think this is the last thing people wanted. There's been a lot of memeing, though. I've noticed that people are on social media making a lot of jokes, you know, and I get it. That's what the internet does. But I think some people don't understand the gravity of this situation, and they don't realize what this could actually mean. I mean, this could be just a little bit, you know, more than a missile hitting some people and killing them, right? Like, history is doomed to repeat itself is something that you hear a lot. And when you look at the beginnings of World War I and World War II, you know, things had been stacking up for years. Things had been escalating for years. There was preemptive stuff done that kind of made these conflicts more likely to happen. And this just reads off like you could see it in a history book in 30 years as being the spark that led to World War III. So right now, what we're really waiting on is any sort of more information that we can kind of figure out about this entire thing. What exactly happened? Was this an intentional attack? What really happened? Did Ukraine shoot a missile down? Did Russia just put in the wrong coordinates? Or what could possibly have happened, right? We're going to be waiting for that information. I'll probably make a follow-up video tomorrow if there is enough information. But like I said, I'm going to continually be updating my article that I've written at optimistoday.com. It's free to read. You can just go over there and read the article and get any information that will be updated throughout this next few hour period or whatever. I don't want to make like 6 YouTube videos today giving you guys new updates, but this is a situation that I felt like I needed to make a video as soon as I could on, because out of all of the coverage that we've done in the Ukraine conflict, out of all of the discussions of war and everything, this is definitely one of the scarier moments for the entire planet out of all of it. So with that being said, there's not much else to update you guys on right now or discuss right now, so I'll, like I said, update you guys when I can on the article. And until then, I hope you guys can, you know, manage a little bit, right? Don't get too freaked out about this, but it's definitely some room to at least kind of ponder things, I feel like. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, talking about the situation in Poland and signing out.